I can tell that. All right, stream marker in, so I can VOD this up to YouTube later. And I think we're all good to get. Oh, Zilbicam isn't working. Oh, right, because I unplugged it and then replugged it back in. So that's not gonna work. Hold on, give me a second. Zilby isn't in the room right now, so there is that. Let me see if I say no. Back to you. Do you work again? Yeah. Okay. And then I'm just going to turn that off right now because Zilby's not here. Last I left, Zilby was downstairs in the basement. Actually, I think he was sort of exploring around with my wife was there with him. Okay, so with that, what do I want to work on today? Yesterday we created a new repository for like a backlog of items, which I haven't like sort of set up for public use yet, and all of that work where I couldn't save it, which I thought was really odd in the front end stuff. Yeah, that kind of didn't apply. So I need to figure out something else. I need to rewrite that README file for the backlog, which is gonna be fun. Anyways, after playing the Get the Streamer game yesterday, I sort of especially since we died a lot, I think we really do need to prevent the commands during the Started and Soon screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and assign this to myself. And we're gonna go ahead and start working on this. Okay, so what do I need to do for this to work here? I guess to show off what the problem is, in case the first time that you're seeing this, if I go ahead and start the game for real, in chat, as we can see here, we get this message saying like, okay, we're about to do stuff, and I can drop during this starting soon screen time, and which then immediately drops it here. The problem that we've run into is there's some people who know what they're doing. There's also some mods who know what they're doing. And what they end up doing is spamming chat during the starting soon screen when new players, it's really meant to synchronize the lag, give you some time to prepare what your plan of action is. Like, okay, I'm gonna start doing snakes, I'm gonna start doing that, I'm gonna figure out what is happening, but then everybody just starts spamming those commands, and then I get 1,000 snakes that drop down all in the first frame, and then it's really hard to dodge. So what we want to do is prevent that. So the commands are coming into, go ahead and fold everything. In the update, and is it okay? I think it's during playing. Yeah, receive from chat. So it's not like we're checking it all the time. We're only checking it when we're playing. I think though what we want to do is we do want to check this every frame. So outside of this, and then we're just going to ignore commands unless we're in this running state. So I kind of want to take, so if this chat message, let's take you, let's cut you out and put you just up. Let's just put you outside of this. Like every single frame, we're gonna check this. Raven Legend, hello. Ooh, you redeemed play the streamer game. Okay, I haven't saved, so I should be able to play it. Let's go ahead and, actually, you know what? Even if I do save it, this should be fine and should be playable. So let's go ahead and try this and see what it looks like now. Yeah, so those are actually now dropping. So you're trying to queue up the things, but they're actually dropping for real. So, but it still affects me in that way. So I've still got to deal with that. That being said, good try. Suggestion: collect commands for the command interval and fire. Fire the one with the highest number of votes or random selection of draws. I don't know. I kind of do like when, like, the idea of like just seeing it go in crazy fast. But I don't know if I've ever had enough people to really hit it like during the normal things. It's usually in that starting soon where each person could represent like, I don't know, 20 or so. Because like right now, if we were to implement that right now, it would only be one drop essentially. Oh, I can't control my my jump heights. Okay, so GG indeed. You have to throw away the losers, just include them in the next count. Interesting. That's an interesting idea. I'm gonna have to think about that for a little bit. All right, so what I want to have happen here is I want to retrieve the message from chat, so it's no longer in the queue of the what is this? This is a channel. I don't want it to be in the receiver queue anymore. So I want it to take out. But then I want to check to see, okay, if we're in starting soon still. Now what are we doing here? I don't want to like leave if we're in starting soon. I just want to not run the rest of this code. So basically, if we're in playing, then this all happens. So that's probably what I want to do here. So if self dot, oh, we can do matches. So if matches self dot what did we call it? Running state. Okay, so if self.running state is equal to running state player 1, then I want to take you all and do you like this. Okay, so now theoretically, this will make it so that when we play, you cannot queue up the commands. It just won't take effect at all. So if we do snake, sword, yeah, we're not getting the sounds. Fire, heart. Yeah, none of that happens. But now, if we do like snake, it doesn't work either. Okay, so that's not what we wanted. Player 1, playing. That's what we want. Let's see. Raven Legend redeemed. Ask a technical question. Oh, let me. Okay. I have a question that's been bugging me where I'm struggling to find an answer. Do people who read and write in different languages code the same coding language in the same language? For example, do Spanish and English people code Rust in the same language or in different languages? So it's a good question. It's something that I looked up a while ago too. I only speak English. Like I've not really ever spoken any other languages. But people that I know who speak other languages, as a first language, they still program in English. Although that's probably because they're living here in the United States with me. And so all their pair programmers are going to be speaking English too. So it's a shared language. So that may not count. There's certain artifacts in languages that you have no choice. Danny Fritz, hello. And Josh Finney, hello. There's certain artifacts in languages that we just can't get away from. So like in Rust, like let, that can't be like changed to the equivalent in another language. That being said, the variable names themselves can be like sort of set up for that. The comments can be written in other languages. I would guess that like that's what you would see. That being said, that's as much of an answer I can answer. If anybody else who's watching this, either in a VOD or like live, let me know if you code in different languages. And what that ends up looking like. Maybe if you have like an example, I can show off like what that ends up looking like on stream. Danny, you ran out of time to fill the arena with fire. Does that answer your question? At least to a good degree, Raven Legend? Yep, awesome. Danny, you're gonna burn the world down. Yep, we tried. Okay, so I want to change. So what we did here is only accepting chat commands during gameplay, not during any commands that come up during splash screen. are ignored. All right, so let's go ahead and push this up and get this pull requested. Code that is intended to be shared or collaborated on is generally written in English, including variable names and comments. In fact, non-native English speakers seem to be often the strictest in demanding it. I guess that makes sense. Would that even be true if no one in a collaboration team speaks English, though? Because I can see that in companies, like let's say there's a company in Korea or China or Japanese or Japan. I've seen code that uses Chinese or Japanese words for variables. Yeah. So I would expect to see that. Chicken Head, good morning. Okay, so we've got that there for. Let's go bring this in. Now, maybe before I bring this in, something else that I want to work on. Oh, can you add a random to send a random thing in a game? That's a good idea. Yeah, we can do that. Add a random command. This command will send a random object in a random, actually it'll just random object into the game. So that is enhancement. The language has to support Unicode variable names. Unicode. Of course, some teams work in other languages. It just isn't the norm. Yeah, I guess it's interesting. I would suppose that probably most open source projects are gonna be English. That's my guess, but I like that. That would probably just be like the norm, as you say, Utsby. There's definitely gonna be times where that's just not the case, and that's also fine. Okay. Right, we wanted to head on up and take a look at that pull request. Now, something that I want to do, and maybe we'll spend like the rest of the time sort of like beginning to look at this. For this pull request, I really want some way to like auto deploy or like auto check. And so like there's gonna be, we want to like work with some actions here. So let me go to the issues and associate that pull request. Okay, so I've got that. I haven't worked with actions yet. Apparently there's already a Rust one. And I might even be able to like have an auto deploy on the master branch too, which might be really nice. Which could be really cool. But I guess I first want to start with build and test a Rust project with cargo. Okay, so if I set up this workflow, name Rust, so on push master, and then on pull request branches. So I wonder, can for, I guess that could be true for this. Environments, cargo term color always, jobs, build. Okay, so this is going to be Ubuntu, and so supposedly we can like set this up on like a Windows and a Linux too. Oh, sorry, this is Linux. A Windows too. Okay, so actions checkout, build, cargo build verbose. Now run test, I don't think is going to work for us because we don't have any run test for this one. But we can run like run format. So let's see if this works to begin with. Raven Legend, you have to go see us in a future stream. Have a great day, and have a great weekend. Not sure why they don't have a release flag on a build. Yeah, that does seem kind of odd, doesn't it? Let's do that. So cargo build release. Like, I'm really just concerned about that it actually builds. Okay, so this is Rust YAML that goes into .github workflows. Interesting, okay. So, setting up GitHub actions. Okay, so let's just put that into the master branch here. Okay, so then theoretically, oh, do I need to start up a new pull request for this? Let's try this again. Let's actually close this, because I don't think I can like hit it again. So I'm gonna close this pull request and try it again. Ooh, if I reopen it, does it trigger? Oh, it's setting up GitHub Actions. Oh no, here it is. It sees it. You know, I can see stacking, like if it's just on like your own work branch, maybe that like would be the appropriate time not to do the release flag. But then yeah, like you definitely want the release flag to be for like a master, like the master one. Yeah, no, it does feel like a little bit odd the way that got that set up. So how can I do? Oh, this failed. Process complete with exit code 101. Failed to run custom build command for ALSA sys. All you can think of are 101 Dalmatians now. I haven't thought about that movie in forever. Package also is not found in a package config search path. Well, so... Oh, need the audio libraries. Oh, I completely forgot. Because it's GGEZ, we need the audio and the graphics libraries and all that fun stuff. So how do I get those into here? So it's I think it's just like a Docker. I think we can now actually come back here. Does this like exist? Yeah, here it is. Okay. So we have the environment, we have build. What are the steps can I say? So probably like an apt call. I need like a setup. Like before build. So would I do something like setup? Oh, so okay. Ooh. Oh no, yeah, okay. Oh, so I just do it as part of this. So run should just be shell commits. Okay, so basically we have build before I do. Because we saw before we could do like multiple names, I think. Was there multiple runs or multiple names? I can't remember anymore. I deleted the other one. I think it was these two, right? So it's like name another one. It's like setup. And then here another run. And then this run is gonna be something like name run goes together. Okay, yeah. So like name is gonna be setup, or maybe this one, yeah. So like this will be like install. Packages. And Danny, you were nice enough to share this with us. So here's the GGEZ instructions. So for Debian-based systems, we need to run this. And then we can run build. So let's go ahead and try this. I'm gonna save you. Let's see. Preparing actions, Docker container for building. Let's assume that runs in root, or that'll be a problem. Who knows? We'll find out, right? We'll go ahead and push this, and that should run it. Like we also don't know if like we get root access or not. Ooh, okay, so process exited. Install packages. Permission denied. Okay, so let's try a. We've lost a Dalmatian. Let's try a sudo. Because like normally in Docker, like you get root to begin with. So I'm guessing they're not giving us that. Trying sudo get root access when installing packages or actions. Might need to start amending these, or this Git will get nice and junked up. If I amend a commit that's already been pushed, doesn't that cause problems? Maybe not. I don't know. Ooh, install packages worked. Okay, so this is a good sign. So I'm guessing that anything that doesn't return a 0 as an exit code is going to fail the action, which should be nice. This is, I think, getting a lot farther than it did before. So if we come back to here, if I run Rust FMT, no, cargo FMT, I didn't find anything, but that's because I have Rust format already sort of set up for these. Rust has GitHub action to cache these builds, so it won't take 400 hours to compile each time. Ooh, that is nice. Although it's still taking quite a while. I wonder if that just means that very few other people are installing. Wait, is it caching per user or per like across their entire organization? Because if it's across their entire organization, then this should be a lot faster. Okay, so there's that, and then I think, is it cargo Clippy to run Clippy? Hey, Museum! It's been a while. How are you doing? You have to enable the caching via another action. Oh, interesting. There's actions for Rust format and Clippy too. I would assume it's just like the run things. So I would be able to come into here and essentially do a name, like check format. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look at those. It's still building. Oh, it's running post-act. No, it's not. It's still building. Actions RS. Unofficial GitHub actions for Rust programming language. Oh, nice. Okay, so here's Clippy. Okay, so on push and pull request, name Clippy. Oh, so is the idea that I create multiple YAML files? That would... Or do I want to like have just a single YAML file per project? I've always assumed that I just want a single YAML file per project. Okay, so on Ubuntu latest, checkout uses toolchain v1, a single YAML file per overall CI action, but you can have more uses runs to pull in those actions off of the marketplace, which I guess is what this is. Like uses actions checkout, uses actions toolchain. Like that must be what that is, right? Aha, okay, so uses actions RS toolchain with Clippy. Okay. So then it sounds like what I would want to do is, I think we already have these side by side here. We have this actions checkout v2. What we don't have is this actions toolchain v1, so we can pull this in. Okay, so we're gonna need kind of this. Toolchain, I think if I leave this off, it should take like the default of standard, right? The stuff in actions is the default GitHub ones. Everything else is a namespace action pair. Action RS is that specific org. Okay. So I want Clippy, and I don't know if I want override or not. If I basically just have with components Clippy, so we're just taking this out. Then we install packages to install all the GGEZ stuff. Then we build, and then we like check formatting. By default, toolchain will install stable. That override will make nightly the default. Okay, so that's good. I want stable. So check formatting. This is gonna be a run cargo FMT. And then we also want this, I'm guessing, runs Clippy. And so theoretically, I want to make sure that my build, let's see, I would want formatting and Clippy to run all ahead of here. Then install the packages, then run the build. So if any of these fail, it fails like early. Okay, so we have that. Let's come back and take a look. How are you doing? Did you succeed? Oh, you succeeded. Okay, so trying to get root. Oh, nice. Okay. So you succeeded now. And then if I want to I didn't try to change you. Did Clippy arrest format change you? Let's undo. Clippy check will annotate the PR with warnings for when doing a code review. Oh wait, it will actually annotate too? Clippy check. Oh, because I'm doing, I wonder if that will, like, that has that in there. Because like this is gonna like run Clippy too, right? Inside of it. Let's go ahead and send this on up and nothing else. Let's amend the last commit. So your new commit messages, just setting up GitHub actions for Rust. Project. And yeah, so like that's a problem with the commit the git amend is now I'm like different history. So if I can't push and I can't do that. I have to undo. We're gonna have to just do a normal one. So this is adding let's see, Rust MT and put the checks to actions. Push you on up. Will you auto? Yeah, you do. Okay. Oh, that already failed? Toolchain input was not given and repository does not have a Rust toolchain file. Okay. So that's not what we wanted. Okay, so toolchain input was not given. So we need the toolchain input, apparently. So we have to give it the toolchain. It's like it was nightly. Is there like a standard? Yeah, okay, so we have to have a toolchain. Ooh, okay. Museum, this. Toolchain name to use, stable. So, okay, we want toolchain stable. And only default and override have defaults. The rest of them we have to set up, don't we? Okay, so toolchain to use. Go ahead and set you over there. Actually, it's okay. So we have toolchain. We're gonna do stable. Then target. Additionally, install a specific target for this toolchain. They don't have that here, so I guess this is additionally, so I don't think I need to. Execute Rust setup profile. I don't think we need to do that either. And then components. Oh, so we need both like Clippy, comma separated list of the additional components to install. So for example, Rust FMT. Like we want both of those. Note, since 1.0.4 version toolchain input is not marked as required nor support toolchain files. Do I have to like give it version 1.0.4? Interesting. Okay, so that gives us both of those. I'm kind of curious if I run. So if we come back to here, let's go ahead and save you. So we have rust.yaml, and okay, let's go ahead and stage you. Adding Rust FMT and B properly. So I've committed that. I want to undo you. I'm really curious if I run cargo FMT and then we check. Oh, I don't know how to check. Let's not do the Windows one. Let's do this one. Nope. Over here. Give me a new Ubuntu window. Cargo format check should return a status code if it's not formatted. Ooh, okay. That's probably what I want then. Let's go ahead and try that again. Cargo format. There we go. That just gives us the okay, the output for that. And then if we come back to here, let's go to codes, builds, streamer. Okay, so then if I do a cargo FMT check, and then we echo one. Okay, so the exit code was 1 for this, which means it's going to fail. For PowerShell, echo last exit code. Ooh. Echo last exit code. Oh, okay, perfect. Excellent. Thank you, Museum. So that is going to fail by showing that. Now for Clippy, I want just like a... Okay, so it just checks it for... So if I do cargo Clippy, could not compile, which that seems wrong. I think I can compile, right? Cargo build. So Clippy is telling me all these things to change. Oh, because it's an error. Approximate value of pi. I remember when we did that. Yeah, okay, so it is compiling. It's just that Clippy is yelling at us because of reasons. Okay, so if I do that, now let's go ahead and push this up. And let's see if this checks it for us properly. All right, so set up all this stuff. Okay, so run this with Rust, Clippy, and Rust format. And so it gives us Rust 147. Nice. Check the formatting. Rust run cargo format. I needed to add in the dash check, didn't I? Because that should have failed. That should have failed because we have something that is trying to change. So that's a problem. Cargo format. Check like that. So run cargo fmt and GitHub actions with a check. This way we'll get the return status code instead of changing the file contents. Okay, that's what I want. Let's go ahead and cancel you. Did I cancel you properly? No, I did not. Okay, so you failed. Why did you fail? Did you fail because I check formatting? Okay, so run cargo format dash check. Process completed with exit code 1. Okay. We need to find you that cargo cache. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, so I think Museum, I know you mentioned that. Did you share the link for that? I can't remember. Oh, you have to enable caching via other actions, but we don't know where that is. Okay, but okay, we have cargo format working. So let's go ahead and fix. This will probably affect the pull request. So can I rerun? Okay, so you failed. Rerun. Just so I can make sure that it's like on the latest here. And then we'll go ahead and update that pull request. So while we're waiting, let's switch back to this branch. Wait a second, it's not doing the thing that's in the master branch. Ah. Okay. So I need to merge master into here. Wait a second. I want to merge master into there. Then I can push you up. And that should work. Stop. Stop. Stop trying to be helpful. I want to go to actions. Okay, so 21 seconds ago is when it started. That sounds about right. All right, did you fail because of the right reasons? You did. Okay, so because of the check formatting, how does that look? What does that look like in here? Okay, so we just get the failure in here. We can then go to details, and it just brings us straight to here. Okay, perfect. I find that interesting that it brings us, to checks tab. Oh, nice. So there's a checks tab in here, and then we can see the GitHub actions. So now we can see, okay, this is check formatting. So make sure that we run cargo format. So let's come back to here. We'll run cargo FMT. This is showing, this is player physics. This was in player physics at line 41. So we can verify this was around line 41, so that's changed. Let's see, ran Rust FMT. Push that up. Okay, so there's a Rust cargo for cache. It's still hit or miss in your experience. But yeah, like that's Docker caching. This is my experience too. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Well, that is, you're rechecking. Perfect. Let's go ahead and take a look at this cache. Okay, so uses actions cache v2 with registry cargo get target. Okay, yeah, we can try this. Those 3 paths are what it should cache. Yeah, let's give this a shot. So we'll add you in. Let's see how far we get with you. The fact that it hasn't failed yet is good. Let's, in the meantime, switch back to you. Okay, so this probably needs to be at the first step. Like that. Key is on the same line as path. What happened to key? That key bit is the cache invalidation logic, which is pretty janky. Also, I somehow lost it. Hold on, let's do this again. So I've copied all of you, paste you in. Okay, so there's the key. All right, that should make you happy, so save you. Yeah, okay, now this makes sense. I somehow like deleted this key. Sorry, I was walking away after the car, but yeah, I think Museum found it. Oh, no problem, Stacking. We did get it, so it's all good. Let's get this work. Let's try it out. This is setting up Let's see. Setting up cache for faster builds. Thanks. Stacking. And museum. Go ahead and push you. There's ongoing work in getting Cargo's build plan to work with Docker's new build plan. Thing to make caching more smarter. Okay, that's good. I wonder how I would find out when these update and when I should update them. Or if it should just like come back to this page every time I start a new project. So that way each project will at least have a better chance of being better. Okay, so some checks haven't completed yet. Okay, so run actions Clippy. Clippy was exited with 101 code. Why didn't you fail? If Clippy exited with a 101 code, that should have failed the entire build. Oh, there was an error compiling. So compiler artifact proc macro. So one would think that this would cause the entire build to fail. Why didn't that fail? Do you have fail fast or false anywhere? So here's what I have. There, the entire file on one screen. I don't see any like fail fast or false. We just have this uses actions rs clippy master. So it passed this formatting, and then it did not pass this. Do I have to just install Clippy and run it myself? So I think one of the things that I can do is here. We can basically just do cargo Clippy check. Could not compile because there's a Clippy warning. Yeah, let's do this. So instead of this uses there, let's do another name, and we're gonna do check Clippy. Run cargo Clippy check. I suppose that I can also do verbose. So that way it will like print out all those problems. But the very basics, it'll just say, hey, Clippy failed. And you should be able to see that. If I run this with a, let's see. Oh, verbo, unrecognized awesome option check. Ooh, okay, hold on. So in help here, other options are the same as cargo check. Okay, so check isn't something that I can do. But we can do cargo check. Found argument, help. Okay. Quiet, package all, workspace, exclude. The D flag is deny, warnings are now errors. Oh, okay, we use one of the dash D flags. Okay, so I think that was up here. Dash D. Set lint denied. Can I just do dash D for that? So it'd be cargo clippy dash D. What's the argument that I want? I just want them all. Oh, clippy pedantic? It has like a list? I really wish that they would have a list here, or at least send me to like a website or something that has the list. This seems kind of silly to like tell me there's options and then not tell me what those. Yeah, this was cargo check options. So. Okay, so it's clippy colon pedantic. Let's try that. So clippy, no. Cargo clippy dash D. So then it's. Are you sure it's not? The second one is all the clippy lints. The first repo has the classes. Ah. Come on, Twitch. Stop it. There. Oh, they added a clippy all. Sure Shock, hello. Okay, so can I just do something like all? Apparently. Okay, so there's a bunch there. Oh, and you think I need to do clippy colon all. There we go. Now they're all errors. Okay, so if I run that. There. Clippy all, so that should now error out when we run Clippy. So running Clippy ourselves now. We'll see if we can handle Clippy all. All right, so push you, and then let's also merge you in. How to enable Clippy on Rust Analyzer? I don't think I have done that. So I'm not exactly sure myself. What I'm doing right now is enabling Clippy on GitHub Actions. So we've got over here some GitHub Actions. So I'm in a pull request now. It is currently running these checks because I just sort of sent that up. We're gonna go over here. We can see what it's doing. So it's gonna check our formatting with cargo format, and now it's checking Clippy. So now we expect to see all of those errors. Oh, Museum. Okay, so you have the Rust Analyzer check on save command Clippy. Ooh, nice. Okay, so after we get these errors, we can enable that here, sort of like see if we can fix it. I'd like to help us fix those. I guess we can do that right now. I guess the cache didn't work. They should be cached from the other runs. Well, this is the first time we've got Clippy. Okay, so here we go. Process failed. What happened? Failed to run custom build command for alsa sys. Okay. I need to make sure that this happens, I guess, first. Just bring you up there. Where are we? So installing the Linux commands, like libraries, needed before everything else. Okay, that should be better. All right, let's go ahead, and while we're waiting for that to run again, let's go ahead and see if we can set up the Rust Analyzer. So in extensions, there's Rust Analyzer. Oh, okay, so check on save command. Is this where we can say, yeah, we can change this from check to Clippy. And so just by doing that, if we come back to source, just go to like main, save. Here we go. We got 1 error and 19 warnings. You can also give it extra args below that. Oh, any extra arguments for this cargo check, which is now Clippy. So Clippy all, but I don't want to have them actually be like errors here. I like them as warnings because I just like taking care of them here. All right, so we start with you. This is saying this should be pi. Oh, you can enable more of the lints too. Let's start with this. But okay, that was how to enable Clippy with Rust Analyzer. Like Clippy Cargo or Clippy Nursery? What do those do? Clippy can lint your cargo to Toml. Oh, really? Hold on. And a nursery are the not yet ready lints. Okay, I don't want to enable those. So I want to add item, but the cargo would be nice. Like Clippy cargo. So is it like this? Cargo? Or do I have to have the dash W too? Save view. We had 1 and 19. Now we have nothing. So that wasn't right. All right, we'll let that reindex. I'm reloading the Rust Analyzer. I think it's dash 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 W. Oh yeah, I guess it could be. Not doing anything there. Let's go ahead and remove this. And if I come back, re-hit save. Yeah, this is all back, so that's not happy. Now if we just come here and just do dash 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 W Clippy cargo. Oh, that's very unhappy. Okay. We'll just leave it off for right now. All right. So you were saying we need you to be the constant of pi because it's like very similar to pi. So this is like an F standard F32 consts pi. That makes you happy. See how this is going. So you failed. You failed in check Clippy. Okay, so it ran all these and failed. So that's a good sign. If we do dash 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 W, isn't dash W going to binary? I don't think it would be binary. There's some weird things with like cargo and running. We have to do like the dash dash to like do like pass in other stuff. So that's fun. Okay, so now we need to fix all these. So let's go ahead and run them. So unneeded return. Right, okay. Okay, so this is saying constants have by default a static lifetime. So what can I do here? So I want that. Okay, use of unwrap or followed by. Okay, use of unwrap or followed by a function call. So what does it want me to do? Wait, does this need to be a function? No. Doesn't need to be a function. How do you make multiple cursors in VS Code, like cursor below second field instruct when the cursor is in the beginning of the first field instruct? There's a couple of different ways to make multiple cursors. The easiest way, but most manual, is to hold down Alt. I'm on Windows or Linux, so that can give me multiple cursors like this. If they have exactly the same thing, like all of them have a colon, I can highlight the colon and then do Control D, and that will give me cursors on those. So that will give me multiple cursors that I can go around with in VS Code. There's a couple other ways, but like those are the primary methods that I use. Now, so you're saying use of unwrap or followed by a function call on by default. Okay, so we have to go to this. I have to go to you. Okay, so unwrap or suggest to use unwrap else, unwrap or else, unwrap or default instead. So what am I doing here? I'm doing unwrap. Okay, so it's suggesting I wrote like unwrap or else. Oh, now it expects a function. I want to move how to do without moving the hand from keyboard. Well, that's where like just selecting, because like if you you don't have to, like, you just select this with the keyboard, then Control D. And then yeah, there is ways to like do multiple lines. So you can do like this, something like this, and I forget what the command is for it, because I never use that. Control Alt up down, Control Alt. Yeah, there it is. Control Alt up and down arrow. Does that. Then I get multiple cursors like this. If you do have a bunch selected, there is something to like auto select these, but I don't remember what it is. So I won't worry about that. Okay, so default or else. So this one takes a function. If I go to default unwrap or, notice that it just takes in a T and returns T. Default or else takes in a function and returns t. Okay, so then I need to basically just do that. Okay, so that makes you happy. Length comparison to 0. Okay, fine. Wait a second. Length comparison to 0. Oh, is there like a 0 length? What was the reason they wanted that to be a function anyway? Good question. Just use this. Why is this bad? The function will always be called and potentially allocate an object acting as the default. Known problems with the function has side effects. Not calling it will change the semantic of the program, but you shouldn't rely on that anyways. Oh, is empty. That's what I want. Okay. I really wish that Clippy would like give the options for me here, as opposed to just sending me to the website, which I can't click on to go. Okay. So we want is if greater than 0. So if is not empty. So that is empty. Do that. This function has too many arguments. So I'm not sure exactly the best way to handle that. So I think I'm gonna have to use this. Use this. Warn could be too many arguments. Wait, did that not do it? Do I have to like tell this to be like off? Oh, allow. There we go. So at least that way I'm explicit about that. 17 left to go. Instead of writing a reference to a vector instead of okay, so you want this to be game object, like that. I like the idea of like specifically like allowing it for like that one specific thing. I don't know, it just makes it like more explicit for there. I don't know. The or else ones takes a closure which is invoked when the path is taken. Yeah, I guess I still don't. Oh, the unwrap or will always allocate the string even if was some okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Okay, that then makes sense. So let's put you back. So you're upset with this. Now game object, like collidable game objects, because I'm now passing this in to update. So the problem is that I need to fix this everywhere. So like we want to change you to an array slice. But then we need to change you like everywhere. So let's actually not worry about you right this second. So in game object, change this to unneeded return statement. Yeah, why do I have that return statement? I don't know. Okay, using clone on a clone type. Well, this is like a fun thing because like we have the nested objects. I don't really know if I have a better way of dealing with this. Oh wait, we don't. Do we just not need clone? Will you just handle it for us? Because I noticed the other clones are happy. Like maybe it'll auto clone. Yeah. Okay. So then using clone on a copy type. Okay, yeah. So like basically I don't need to do this. It'll auto clone for me when it needs to. Constraints have a default static. Okay, so then const. Okay, redundant clone again. Okay. More redundant clones. Function has too many arguments. Rizix, hello. Yes, it is Clippy time. We set up Clippy to work with Rust Analyzer, so now we're having all of that fun. Okay, so I want to, for this function, we're gonna do the allow Clippy too many arguments. Okay. So now we have you, and you are. Now is this? Let's see. This was compatible game objects. That one, but in physics system. Okay, so here's where we can now change this. We want you to be. Come on. Open there. Close you. Okay, so if I do that, now incompatible type, so I need to change you as well. Be like that. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, so method update has an incompatible type. So now you need to be that. Okay, method update. So all these need to be changed now. All right, mismatch types. Expected reference to a standard vec game object. Right, so get colliding with you. We need to update you. Like that. You need to be updated. You need to be updated. It defaults to 7 for like the too many arguments, but in a Clippy TOML we can update that. Nice. All right, so then continuing on with this lovely endeavor. Okay, this else if block can be collapsed. So what do you mean by that? Collapsible if on default. Oh, this can be an else if. So we can do if else. Else if else. Why suddenly does my brain not? Else if. Yeah, else if. There. Oh, you. There. Okay, using clone on a copy type. Unneeded unit return type. Oh, yeah. Unneeded return. Redundant clone. We're done! Clippy's happy. Okay, so let's come back up here. And we'll just say, making Clippy happy. And push that up. We did the impossible. We made Clippy happy for now. For now. Okay, so let's come back to here. We just pushed that up into this pull request. It's now rerunning. Oh, it's queued. And now it's in progress. So we can now come to checks and see it running, and we'll see whether or not this this executes. But does it still run it? Good question. So while this is running, let's go ahead and try it. Cargo run. That would be something if Clippy was happy and it didn't run. It ran! Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go and put this up in a background so we can see when this finishes while we're playing our game. In case you joined recently, I just made it so you can't spam ahead of the game. So it makes it significantly easier for me not to die within the first 2 seconds. Oh, come on. Wow, Danny. That was fast. What was that? Was that like private messages? You tried to help, Sacking. I appreciate that. That just couldn't do anything to good. Danny, was that private messages to the bot? Oh, no, it couldn't have been private messages. I only saw like 3. Oh no, here's the rest of them. Man. You spammed it, didn't even show up. Danny. I wonder if I'm gonna have to implement some kind of rate limiting. All right, I want this to finish before I like end the stream. It is Friday, so I don't have any like major meetings today. But that being said, I still don't want to have to work later into the night. So I think we're gonna wait until this runs, and then I'll probably call it as the stream. Okay, so the build worked. It ran, it checked Clippy. Okay, so now it's compiling, get the streamer game. And it finished, no problems. So we're happy there. And then building, even though apparently we had caches, but yay. And then I think everything else should just run because it should just build. We saw that working before. Is it possible to get GitHub Actions to create a release with downloads when merged to master? So that's a really good question, and I can't imagine we can't do that. Yeah, Stacking says yes. Okay, and Museum says yes. So I would assume that we can create a release, and then I could also imagine that we should be able to auto deploy to my S3 downloads. Yeah, so like I should be able to upload them to S3 as well. So I bet we can set that up. And maybe we'll work on that later, like this weekend on Sunday. That being said, I think things are working now. The CD part of the CI/CD. It'd be weird if this was like, it's CI D. All right. So, while this is running, I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to ending screen. Thank you everybody for stopping by and watching this. I think this has been fun. Like, we were able to implement the new feature pretty quickly, and that gave us the time to sort of switch over to GitHub Actions and set all that up. So hopefully this was helpful to you if you want to set up GitHub Actions for Rust as well. So no stream tomorrow on Saturdays. That's my day off. I'll be back on Sunday sometime. I'm not exactly sure when. So follow me here on Twitch, or follow me on Twitter for notifications, like around, I don't know, 10 minutes before I go live, sometimes earlier, sometimes later. And then we'll probably work on something. I'm not exactly sure. What are we currently teaching on Sunday? Well, I had temporarily stopped doing the teaching stuff to finish get the streamer game, but now that we're finished with that, I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna work on. Maybe more of this, maybe sort of like update get the streamer, or maybe we'll go into like exploration or the teaching back again. I'll have to think about that tonight, tomorrow, Sunday morning, and then we'll figure it out then. Anyways, with that, I've got to do an emergency stream shutdown so I can get to work. So I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.